as it is on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. If you want to just take us in your little ears and we'll, do some ASMR for you. You never know what it's going to be. It could be Leroy clipping his toenails. Could be Leroy just putting ice in your ear. You never quite know what it may be.
Why is it always Leroy?
I mean, because you know what, dude? It just happens to be. You know what? It just happens to be. Except when I snorted. That was intense. Got me. Mm-hmm.
And then Hard Rock Stadium. They have been the only. I mean, hold on. I'm going to stop.
Wow. Anyway, Kyle Lowry, he was on the Vince Carter show and was addressing some things, a thing or two about a thing or two. First, he talked about his role this year on the Miami Heat and how he wanted to get everybody better. I got to tell you, this Kyle Lowry also loves him some Gabe Vincent. Here is a Low Dog on the Vince Carter show.
Like, Spo basically let me play. And like he said, Kyle, all I want, I said, Spo, you tell me what you. He said, I want us to be more up-paced. I want us to do this. I want Jimmy to. And my goal was to just, okay, cool. Let me figure out how I can make Tyler Hero better. I can make Bam Adebayo better. I can make Jimmy even more of a superstar. I can get Duncan Robinson going. And these undrafted guys, Max Strus and, Caleb Martin coming on the two-way. Gabe Vincent, that's my not.
I watched him. I watched him in the Olympics, bro. I watched him in the Olympics.
I'm not saying that's but that's the next. Hey, listen, come on. I'm gonna give you all this game. Listen, this is what you do. I want every little knowledge that I can possibly pass on to Gabe. I gave Freddie, and I still give Freddie whatever game. I talk to him. I give Gabe. Listen, what are you going to do? Let's go work out. I see this. And these guys, these undrafted kids, these two-way guys, they're just finding this niche and finding themselves. And all I can do as a pro is help them. And that's all I want to do is help them. Because at the end of the day, I want them to be able to provide for their family like I've been able to provide for my family.
It's pretty goosies. I like that idea. Now, I would have liked to see Gabe Vincent at the UFC facility this weekend. I mean, that would have been goosies galore.
Well, Gabe Vincent is probably thinking, I don't need that. I'm in shape.
Gabe Vincent is in shape.
Right.
He does look in shape.
But he does play. I can see why Kyle would like Gabe Vincent. He has a lot of those similar their game tactics are similar.
I mean, nothing had to make any Gabe Vincent happier this playoffs is when he made Trae Young basically whine to the media. Oh, you're so physical with me.
Right.
I remember
that's what Kyle does.
I remember when he was asked about that and the smile, the cheese-eating grin that came across Gabe Vincent's face when he heard about Trae Young's belly aching.
Rent-free.
He goes, oh, he's like, I don't even think we were that physical. Just messing with Trae Young.
I got a lot of more. You want some of this, old man? No.
I like that. Gabe Vincent is the next Fred VanVleet. Makes me happy.
Well, I mean, Fred VanVleet is on that Kyle Lowry because he kind of thick too.
He is.
Just saying.
Yeah, I would say Gabe Vincent. Leaner. Put together a little bit more proportionally, maybe.
With all these things we're hearing from Kyle, from Bam, from just all the guys on the team, the more it sounds like the Heat are gonna run it back.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely feels that way.
And
it's going in that direction.
And I would say this is that regardless of how deep the East is, the Miami Heat with health can compete with all of them.
Hell yeah.
And so from that standpoint, unless it's definitive, unless you 100% sure it's going to make your team better, I don't know that I would give up a piece to hope that it works out. You see what I mean? There's some names out there that you think would be a good addition to the Heat. But I would wonder is going to make you better with what you have to give up for that guy.
I think the thing that, as far as running it back next year, like, I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Duncan Robinson, because it really just feels like he's going to be a guy without a home in the rotation next year. I mean, because it really feels like they're going to come back. They're going to start Tyler Hero. I don't think it's going to be a lineup with Tyler and Duncan in the same lineup. And I don't think Max Strus is going anywhere unless he just completely pooped the bed and went, fat cat syndrome this summer, which I can't imagine he is, because he probably sees an old $90 million contract on the other side of this year. So I'm just curious to see, like, what is going to be Duncan's role this year with this team. I mean, he's out here flirting with Mark Cuban, having him on his podcast, which, was off-putting, to be honest. But, he's also, he looks like he's putting in the work this offseason too, with putting on some moves. He's cooking fools. So I don't know.
You think they're going to start Tyler, though?
Yeah, I do.
So you think they're going to go Tyler at the 2, go Kyle at the point, then Jimmy at the 3, Bam, and who else?
That's the big mystery. Like, what they're going to do.
What are they going to go Yurt and then put Bam at the 4?
Well, that's like, yeah, whether you call it a 4 or 5, it's just who is going to be the guy next to Bam? Who is going to be? Are they going to put Yurt in there and then Bam is, I guess, your 4? Like, are they going to do what they did with Myers Leonard?
The way that he like it is, I mean, I would venture to say that they try Big Jovic.
They're not going to go Jovic first.
They ain't going to go to him first, but at some point, you want to see how that stretch 4 with Bam at the 5. You see what I mean? You want to see how that works. They did a little bit with Dedmon.
Yeah, well, a very little bit,
very little, but that's kind of what they wanted. But they didn't get like the outside perimeter production.
No, it would be like the first year with Jimmy here. They started basically the whole regular season. It was Myers, Leonard, and Bam started together. And Bam, I guess, was technically the 4 there because Myers was your center, but it flipped out pretty quickly. And then they ended up trading for Jay Crowder, who, by the way, was liking Ira Windeman tweets this weekend, suggesting, wouldn't mind a reunion. So
why would they do that?
Why would he do that? Could be something.
I mean, I think they're trying to get somewhere like when they move Bosch to the 4. So somebody that can maybe do that. And kind of that 6'10", 6'11" guy that can make a 3 and play on the perimeter a little bit.
Well, Big Yurt was in the lab. JF, you got this? Big Yurt was in the lab this weekend and looking quite chiseled, looking sculpted. Big Yurt, like a Turkish wonder. Look at him. Look at him.
You now hold on.
Look at him.
You think him taking a picture of him mysteriously practicing with no shirt on was an accident?
Well, I don't know. Accident, not an accident. I'm just saying he looks good.
I mean, this guy's a model. Okay, every picture that he's taken has had some type of meaning to it. So, what do you think he's trying to get out there right now?
Well, I think what he's trying to say is look at your boy. I am in peak condition going into this year.
All right. Who do you think gets at the end of the day? Who do you think gets more playing time, Big Yurt or Dedmon?
I think by the end of the year, Dedmon. I mean, by Big Yurt, but I think early on it'll be Dedmon.
Okay, and that's I believe that also.
Gabe Vincent says, "Get my man's a shirt, please, bro."
Yeah, of course. Because they know the only one that falls for it is you.
Well, he looks good.
A lot of people want Big Yurt starting with Bam, and I could see that. But here's the thing: if you do that, one of these guys have to be moderate to decent, consistent on the perimeter, shooting the ball. If you don't find that guy, then what ends up happening is now you got 2 guys who aren't.
Yeah, we really haven't seen Big Yurt shoot. We saw it a little bit in Summer League, but when he played last year, even for Bam, he didn't shoot.
Right.
He He was basically just pick and roll, slam the ball down.
Now Dedmon is deadly on that trail 3.
He doesn't mind. He ain't shy.
Right.
He'll dial it up. He likes to hit the phone.
But that's what eventually that's what where the Heat want to get. Right?
Kyle Lowry also on the Vince Carter show was asked about trade rumors and how he's handling that, or how he handles trade rumors. I'm sure he's definitely been in some room. Hey, have we discussed some trade rumors with Kyle Lowry? Perhaps. This is what Low Dog has to say about being in such rumors.
Listen, how I handle it is I don't pay attention to it. I understand. Listen, it's rumors until it happens.
Yes,
it's rumors until it happens,
yes.
And there's nothing you could do about it. If hopefully you have a good enough agent who's on it and constant communication. But if it happens, it happens, and you move on. I say this: if a team trades for you, they want you. There's a reason they want you. There's a team. It's a reason they trade for you. You take it in stride and you move on. You be a professional, because at the end of the day, you're still getting paid to be a professional athlete.
Sounds to me like he doesn't mind if we talk trade rumors, dude. I mean, like, to me, sounds to me like Kyle Lowry's cool with everything.
You want the reality of it?
Yeah.
The reality of it is that you can feel that way with guaranteed money.
Sure.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he came up short of saying, I got my contract. Where I get the check from don't matter.
For sure.
But that's why basketball guys are a little more okay with it, because it's guaranteed money. In football, that usually is an untimely death, right? Renegotiation.
Yeah, but now actually in football, it feels like when you get traded.
Oh, yeah. Now you get traded, you get the big one.
Yeah. Get a whopper.
I mean, think about it. Let's see. Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Watson,
AJ Brown, Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Well, was he traded or did he just leave? He just left, I think.
You might be right. I think he just left.
Right. So you think of these contracts. Yeah, that's we call that, we like to make, what we're talking about here in football is the make a stink equation there.
I saw this weekend Bam hanging out with Jason Tatum at De'Aaron Fox's wedding. Maybe he told Jason Tatum, listen, make a stink.
Didn't they all go to Kentucky?
Tatum went to Duke.
Tatum went to Duke. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Well, maybe he tells me, you don't like playing in Boston. Make a stink. You don't want to be there. Let's be honest. Nobody wants to be there.
All right. I got you.
Bam's like Littlefinger. I feel like he's in everybody's ear and he's just telling people what they want. Listen, you don't want to be. He's just manipulating everybody. You don't want to be there. Get out of there. Get out of there, dude. 4 years. Let's find a new home for you. What do you need to be in Boston for? Place sucks.
Who said this?
Said what?
Oh, please. You can't listen to that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Somebody said in our group chat, Dolphins are sneaky Super Bowl contenders.
Who said that?
Mike Tannenbaum.
No, actually the opposite. They propose the fact or fiction are the Dolphins Super Bowl contenders, and Mike Tannenbaum said nope.
Oh, he said that? He said no?
Okay, so that's better.
Good. I mean, there's nobody I'd rather have that be fiction from than Mike Tannenbaum, who's a bum.
Tannenbaum.
Top bum. I mean, you want to talk about a guy, great. If you want great fortune for you ahead, have Mike Tannenbaum say you're not a Super Bowl contender. Like, he would know that if it slapped him in the face.
Well, I wonder, we do all these, we do all this stuff before the season. Super Bowl contenders. Who's going to be this? Who's going to be that? And it's a known fact that 3 or 4 of the teams that went to the playoffs last year aren't going this year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's just the way football is. But nobody said Cincinnati was going to the Super Bowl last year.
No way.
So stop saying, oh, no chance, it's fiction or whatever. Because I promise you, last year, in this same conversation, there was nobody pumping up Cincinnati. Now
fiction.
all of a sudden, Cincinnati is the elite team, one of the elite teams in the AFC. So stop with that.
Fact or fiction? Does anybody obliterate a salary cap more than Mike Tannenbaum? That'd be fact.
That'd be fact.
That'd be fact. We'll take a quick break.
Fact.
Take a quick break. Back after this.